Hey, you, welcome back. It's Jyoti. What's happening? What's happening? This dropped a few days ago. जब nation में बहुत कुछ चल रहा था, and I made a mental note like I have to get to it. So ठीक है. He's Forrest is still dropping regular videos on Vantara, and I'm not sure, but is he part of the Vantara team now? I don't know. Do you guys know? If you know, please tell me. But he's as far as the videos go, he's doing a fabulous job, and I wanna cover this one as well as other creators who were called to Vantara to get a tour and who have made videos as well. So if you know the names of any other creators, please drop them in the comments because I will not remember otherwise. Please drop them in the comments, and if you can share the link also, beautiful. That'll be amazing. So, okay, let's get to this. He says, I go inside Vantara'S bird sanctuary, the largest and best in the entire world. To be clear, this is not a zoo, this is a rescue and rehab center dedicated to conservation. First ever exclusive behind the scenes private tour of the world's largest wildlife rescue and rehab center. Okay. Fine. That's all he has said. But yeah, let's get right. I was thinking the last elephant sanctuary video that I saw, I was just, trying to do some mental math thinking just for the food and diet of the elephants. He poached a 7-star hotel ka chef. Can you imagine? Can you imagine like to poach him and to bring him all the way from whichever part of the world to live in Jamnagar and feed elephants every day, make food for them every day? Like that is a big lifestyle change and compromise, right? So to convince someone to do that, imagine उन्होंने कुछ उनको उनके उनका compensation इतना अच्छा दिया होगा, right? So that's just for one person. And there are conservation experts and animal care and medical experts from all over the world, conservation experts from all over the world. And then there are the देखभाल करने वाले staff. There are the, I mean, can you imagine the scale of this operation and how many jobs it has generated within the country? It's amazing to me, and how much of an investment, financial and otherwise, it is for Anant Ambani, and what a beautiful, noble thing it is. My mind was boggling while I was trying to calculate. But yeah, we need to acknowledge that. Okay, let's get into this secret bird sanctuary. The way he titles the YouTube videos also, private tour of an Indian billionaire's secret bird sanctuary. Anyway, chalo, 1, 2, 3, play. Hello, hello. Before we continue with the video, I have a request. It's a very, very humble request from my side. And I have noticed at the back end that a majority of you who watch the videos have not subscribed. And that really, really hurts me. I don't know. I don't know why that is. So please hit the subscribe button. It doesn't take too much time. It doesn't cost a thing. And it really helps me out. It really encourages me, encourages the work I do here. And I'm sure you like to set goals for yourself and achieve them. Hina, I like to do that as well. So I have set a goal of 200K for 2026 for my channel, and I need your help in getting to that. So please hit the subscribe button. I cannot tell you how much I would appreciate that. Thank you so much, and let's get back to the video now. Chalo.
In today's video, I am hanging out at the world's largest avian rescue and rehabilitation center. Over 20,000 animals confiscated from the illegal pet trade and overcrowding. This facility has more birds than anywhere else on the planet.
And probably more enclosures too. Vantara'S Bird Sanctuary alone has over 10,000 enclosures, spanning over 1,000 acres, and has stadium-sized aviaries, which we'll be checking out later in the video.
I'm going to be showing you some incredible creatures like this beautiful bald eagle,
hand-feeding the deadliest bird on Earth, displaying never-before-seen bird enrichment, and so much more.
Look at him go! This is the most magnificent bird rescue in the world. Welcome to Vantara.
And with all these birds, what better place to start than with one of the most iconic predators in the entire world?
Oh my God, Shervin, what's going on, man? How are you, Forrest? There's bald eagles all over here.
I used to love eagles, my favorite bird growing up.
How do you end up in the middle of India with bald eagles? Hi.
So these are all rescued birds or surrendered birds.
Okay.
And what happens is when some private collections, when the owners pass away or they can't manage anymore,
yeah,
or some of the zoos are shut down, they surrender the animals out here to us in Vantara. A lot of them are imprinted, they've already been used for other flying shows and everything else. So now these birds are conditioned out here, and we practice some free flying with them, so they're mentally and physically stimulated out here as well.
Shervin, we're going to go down to your outdoor arena.
Yes.
And you're going to give them some exercise, is that right?
and you can have a good look at how we go about the daily physical conditioning for the birds.
Let's do it.
And as I made my way down to the arena, the eagles were all ready to start flying.
Wow, that's close to my face. Oh, that doesn't terrify you at all?
Yeah, no.
No?
We're used to it.
You're used to it? Oh my God.
Well, luckily we've got very experienced trainers out here, so that's why.
That, like, my heart stopped. I just see this huge wingspan and these claws coming in. That's crazy.
So now,
100 miles per hour dive speed.
You can also fly the bird from your hand.
Are you sure?
Because this one is a little bit used to people.
Am I capable of doing this?
You should be. One is at the end.
Okay.
And PJ will guide you regarding the tips of taking the bird.
Okay,
out.
great. Whoa. There you go. This is crazy. Now tell him to fly?
Yeah, fly.
Okay, fly. Whoa! Oh my God, that is so cool. I've never even touched a bald eagle before, let alone get to fly one. Now, is he gonna recall back to me?
Yeah, sure.
And I can catch him?
Yeah.
Okay, this is crazy. I'll take a cobra or a mamba. This is like crazy.
Ready?
Oh my God, my heart is, oh God. Wow, that might be one of the coolest things I've ever done in my entire life. How are you guys so nonchalant about this?
We're unfortunately kind of used to it, but the thing is, the excitement still remains, because as you can see, look at the size of the bird and the wingspan, and don't forget, look at the size of the claws and the feet. See the size?
God.
It's almost the size of a big hand of ours.
That would rip through that forearm if you didn't have this glove.
Exactly, and if it was a completely wild bird, you wouldn't even dare do that. It's only because this bird has been imprinted and the feather condition was really terrible that we
What
can
is
actually do this
imprinted?
training for these birds.
Watching these eagles soar is a reminder of what true freedom looks like when nature is allowed to thrive. But for most rescues, freedom looks a little different. For the birds that can't return to the wild, the next best thing is a space built around their needs. And today, I want to show you a new build being custom made specifically for a flock of rescued parrots.
Now, this may look like an open-air construction site, but this is one of over 25 one-acre-sized mega aviaries in a place that has over 10,000 bird enclosures, all absolutely enormous and designed for the best habitat possible for the birds. So let's go see some more.
Okay, so Forrest, this is our newest aviary.
Oh my God, look at the size of this. Wow, what's in here?
In here, we have over 30 species of different birds from Africa.
All African
my
species.
God,
Now
look
there's
at
a
them.
waterfall and a river. I see saddlebills. Wow, look at the size
What is that
of this
orange
enclosure. I mean,
color?
there's literally a waterfall for the birds back there.
And in this aviary is one bird in specific that is so stunning, it's hard to believe it's even real.
Look at these birds. Now, these are blue-eared starlings native to Africa. They are one of the most metallic and incredible looking creatures. I mean, look at that male right there with his bright yellow eye and his
Look at that
dark
eye.
blue to metallic-y light green plumage. It's absolutely incredible. I don't know if I've ever seen a more metallic, more majestic looking starling. In a lot of places in the world, starlings are invasive,
Rarest
especially the European
color in
starling,
nature is
and create
blue.
tons of biological problems. But here,
Oh my
they have these
God. Oh my
contained,
God.
amazing
Oh my
looking
God, they don't
starlings.
look
They might be the
real.
most beautiful color I've ever seen.
This is only one out of hundreds of multi-species aviaries that Vantara has. And before we see more, I'm going to visit the deadliest bird on the planet and eventually hand feed it.
Imagine you're
that an
crawling
emu?
through the North Australian bush when all of a sudden, a literal velociraptor, look at this guy, oh my God, this giant cassowary, he's all posturing up, the color is sticking out in his wattle and his red here. Now this is an absolutely insane living velociraptor, literally the
Lost.
I jumped when he did that. I literally jumped because these guys are such dinosaurs. I mean, this is, oh, I'm probably getting too close. It's crazy how scared, oh my God. These guys are so aggressive. Literally the deadliest bird in the world, the northern cassowary. You can tell it's a northern because of that yellow patch behind his head there. But you see how aggressive they are. Imagine, as I was saying, you're walking through the bush in Australia, you hear that sound, and out stomps these crazy, mighty taloned birds that look like dinosaurs. They kick you in the chest, they hit you with that helmet, and they rip you apart with these unbelievable, giant, powerful claws. Literally the deadliest bird. That was insane. Woo!
For the sake of my own life, I don't think I'll be going inside with that murder bird. So as I head to another cassowary enclosure, something caught my eye. Not the bird whose call sounds like a machine gun, not the baby birds being taken care of in the hatchery, but something extremely unusual about a bird species you may be familiar with.
Look at these guys. Wow. Did you paint your pelicans pink?
No, they're actually pink
wow.
pelicans.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about these beautiful pink pelicans. Here, guys, what's that?
So these are the birds from the Africa.
Uh-huh.
So we have not actually painted them pink. They're actually called the pink pelicans.
Okay.
They can hold up to 9 kgs of fish into their pouches.
9 kgs?
9 kgs.
So that's nearly 20 pounds of fish that these guys can hold in those big pouches
is
under their bills.
heavy.
That's amazing. Now, are pink pelicans one of the pelican groups that have cooperative hunting?
Yeah. They have a cooperative hunting, and what they do is they make a oval kind of shape so that the fish can go up to the shore of the water body that they're living in.
And then they can hunt them in shallow water.
Yeah.
Wow. What is the conservation status of pink pelicans?
Oh, they are near threatened in the wild.
Is that from hunting or habitat loss or what?
Habitat loss and human disturbance.
I see. Interesting. You say they're one of the heaviest flying birds. What's the wingspan on the pink pelican?
The wingspan is about like 1.6 to 1.8 meters.
That's like 6 to 9 feet. Wow, that's pretty big. I've come to Vantara today to tour around and see all the various amazing birds that you guys have. But this enclosure stands out just because this was built for the pelicans.
Exactly. So their enclosures are designed in such a way that they will all mimic whatever they find in their places.
And before I get to hand feed the deadliest bird on Earth, I passed by the hatchery and just had to check it out.
Take a look at these two unbelievable birds. Now, these are black palm cockatoos. They're one of the most expensive birds in the pet trade because these animals have such a diminishing habitat. Now, Vantara has committed to an amazing conservation breeding program for these animals, but black palm cockatoos are so unusual. First of all, they have these amazing naked cheeks that will turn bright red when they're feeling defensive or fighting. Secondly, they have these crazy combs. Their hairstyle kind of match mine. And some other facts about them that are absolutely insane. These guys will actually pair up, and at the top of the canopy in far north Queensland, they will lay a single egg, and a single naked chick will be born. Now, why would a featherless bird be born, you're asking yourself? Because these guys nest during monsoon season, and if those babies have feathers, that means those feathers are gonna get wet, and if they get wet, the babies are gonna get hypothermic, get diseases, all kinds of things. So these are truly a rare crown jewel of the bird world, literally fetching up to $100,000 for one of these birds in the pet trade. But here at Vantara, they've committed to breeding them. So the next thing I wanna do is take you to show you how ugly, crazy, weird, and amazing their babies are in every stage of their reproduction. So let's drop off these guys and go check them out. Welcome to the world's most advanced avian incubator room. Here, they'll hatch birds of every single size, shape, and color, from the tiniest to the largest, depending on what.
Oh my God.
As you can see over here,
Emu
there's an incubator
eggs,
and in the
ostrich
single
egg.
incubator,
You can see eggs of all different shapes, sizes, and colors, all being incubated together.
So it doesn't matter what kind of bird it is, as long as they need conservation help, Vantara will step in to work on that with them. In fact, here you can see just what it's like to witness a baby hatching in real time. So here's a little miracle right here.
Are you
You can see
serious?
the egg tooth starting to chip through the egg. And in case you're wondering, how do we know whether that bird is doing well or not? Vantara has some incredible technology like this machine right here, the Buddy, where you can take the little egg, put it in here, close that up, turn it on, and within a couple seconds, you're able to read and monitor the heart rate of the hatchling to see if he's healthy. If his heart rate is stable and normal, he will hatch on his own over a set period of time. It can be 1 to 2 days. If his heart rate is irregular, that means that he's in trouble, and Vantara staff need to step in and help him with his hatching to ensure a proper survival. So as you can see here, his heartbeat is absolutely perfect. So we're gonna take this guy, put him back in his incubator, and show you what happens next. After monitoring and confirming that he's doing well and he's working out of the egg, you could see that just 15 minutes ago, this little beauty was born right here. So take a look at that. Absolutely amazing. This is life happening in front of our eyes. Newborn hatchlings, and all of these being hatched at an incredible rate to promote and help conservation with the ultimate goal of rewilding birds one day back into habitats where they've been expatriated from. Now, you might think that's cool, and that's the end. But believe it or not, that little grub of a bird is not going to survive on his own. So let's go see the next stage of life. So in here, I've had something extremely special set up for me, and that is getting to look at every single life stage of our black palm cockatoos. From 3 days old, where they're completely naked, to 1.5 months old, to 2.5 months old, to 3.5 months old. We're gonna take this lovely mix here that has fruits, seeds, nuts, all healthy, all organic, and show them that it's feeding time by pinching the beak, look at him go, and giving him a little bit of food right here. Hi, buddy, there you go. So what I'm doing right now is I'm simulating what mom and dad would do. And you see the way that they're trying to swallow the food, because this is all natural. So you hold the beak there, tell them to open up. Come on, buddy, open. And give them the food like that, and down it goes. How incredible is that to see a bird that is edging towards extinction being reproduced at such an incredible rate here by Vantara, helping protect the species from what otherwise could be an inevitable fate of disappearing from the planet.
A big part of practicing incredible husbandry outside of the hatchery is coming up with new, exciting ways to entertain the animal and enable it to use its natural instinct. So today, I'm joining in on a super fun enrichment game.
All right, so now we have something very unique coming up, something I've never even heard of seeing in a captive setting. So let's do it.
Yeah, Carmen.
Whoa, look at that. So this is Carmen the caracara. And what do caracaras do behaviorally that's so interesting?
So naturally,
like
in the wild,
face.
they do this stone flipping behavior. They do this to find food under the rock, like
snakes and bugs
lizard,
and lizards, yeah. So here we have some fake rocks. and it's like the cup game where there's food hiding underneath them. So let's see her do it, shall we? Whoa, okay, let's go, Carmen. Let's see, where's the food? Where's the food? They use their beak. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness, that is so neat. Oh, she wastes no time. You can tell this is something she does all the time.
Yeah.
Now, this isn't a bird trick, right?
Oh, damn.
This is something that they do in the wild.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this here at Vantara?
So we do this for them to exercise, for mental stimulation.
Another Vantara thing that is unparalleled, I would say, to anywhere else in the world, where they're using the natural behavior of the animals and simulating it in a captive environment so that this unbelievable, emblematic bird of Mexico can behave the way that it would behave in the wild.
That's
Thank you. I
right,
think that's so cool.
cara.
That's all right, I don't mind. Chicken hand's totally fine with me. I'm gonna go see some more birds.
But what I'm about to do is not a game, and I do not recommend anyone at home try this.
Oh my God, here comes a dinosaur. So how are we safe right now, Sharon? I feel like those dinosaur legs are about to kick me and rip me open at any point in time. Can I feed it?
Yeah, of course you can try.
One at a time or open hand?
Give it about a few at a time, so
Okay.
it'll be easy that way.
That's so scary. And nothing bad happened. That's great.
And
Okay.
as big as they look, they love their fruits, and they are quite capable of jumping high enough to pull down fruits from low-hanging branches as well.
Not to mention jump up and kick you with those feet.
And slash you open as well, because you've got a lovely can opening things on the toes there.
Just an hour ago, I was over on that
Slash
side,
you
and there was a
open?
northern there, and I just
What?
walked by and tried to kick me through the fence.
Did you get that bloody loud company sound as well?
Terrifying. Made my heart jump into my throat.
So this one, as you can see, is not a complete adult.
Yeah.
The plumage is still changing. It's a younger bird, and this one was taken in for treatments. So now this bird is recovered, and then you can see it's quite friendly.
So if I'm understanding you correctly, because this bird came in with this foot condition, you guys had to hands-on treat it day in and day out, and that's why it's got this
It
temperament?
was receiving treatment every day, morning and evening.
Wow.
And a lot of physiotherapy for the legs, a lot of calcium supplementations. And as you can see now, this bird is quite used to people. But again, given that it's a younger bird,
Yeah.
it still has chances of growing up to come and kill you again.
Okay, well, that's good to know. I'm
Coming.
glad it can turn at any point in time. I hope that's not
Yeah.
today. So we're gonna keep going before things get crazy. This is one of the most insane things I've ever seen. Just a hand-raised, friendly cassowary hanging out like this right here, walking a velociraptor. So let's go before she decides she doesn't like me, okay?
After walking with the cassowary, I thought it'd be a good idea to check out a couple more insanely unique birds before walking into another giant enclosure.
Look at this guy, one of the craziest
I
birds
love
in the
this
entire world,
bird.
the shoebill. You can see where that name
He's
comes
like
from, this big wooden clog-like shoe for a mouth. But don't be fooled, these guys are phenomenal
They look-
predators. They'll eat absolutely everything. Snakes, big giant fish, and even crocodiles they've been known to consume with that big bill.
And aside
I've
from their
never seen
aggressive
it
feeding
flying.
tendencies, they make an even more menacing call that sounds like a machine gun. Mainly used to communicate during nesting and to greet mates. This is a wetland bird, so you may be asking yourself, why is he in this somewhat dry enclosure? Well, he's not.
Turn on the rain. So look at the simulated rainstorm. All the birds are getting so excited. They're all yelling and shrieking because they love it when it rains. The shoebill is sitting out, eating it up. So what's really interesting is when this very shoebill came here to Vantara, he wasn't eating. So what did the team do? They gave him x-rays and they found that he had 3 fisherman's hooks in his stomach. And they must have been absolutely hurting his stomach because he wouldn't eat. So I was lucky enough to work with the vets here to force feed him cotton. And as he ate the cotton, the hooks entangled in his GI tract and he actually pooped out all 3 of those fish hooks and has since then started eating again and living his best life. It's possible that they may go extinct in our lifetime, but not if there are viable insurance colonies like what Vantara has right here.
And if you thought this bird was odd looking, just wait until you see the next one that I'm about to go see. But before that, I passed one of the smartest birds in the world and just had to check it out.
Oh my goodness. Dr. Sadiq, wow, what is going on here? There's so many beautiful birds out here.
Yes.
So who is everybody? Why are they here? What is this jungle that we're hanging out in?
Yeah, these are actually tame birds.
Okay.
Most of them are our babies,
Okay.
our chicks, and we raise them, and now they are so familiar with us that they can roam around with us, they can stay here, and this is their basking time right now.
Okay.
So for sun,
Oh.
Yes.
And you do that early in the morning when the
Aw.
sun's coming. That makes perfect sense.
Yes.
Now, these birds are known as the most intelligent bird in the world,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
So what makes this
Vitamin
African
D
great giant
time.
so intelligent?
yeah, actually they have that ability to mimic many bird sounds. So they can speak, they can learn doing small stuffs like
Yeah.
playing with the ball, playing with some sticks or something.
You play
So
soccer?
they're really intelligent.
Now look at this macaw. This is hyacinth macaw?
Yes.
Come here, buddy. Ow! There we go. Whoa! This macaw might be one of the most beautiful birds in the world. I say this all the time, but blue is the rarest color in all of nature.
Yes.
Far fewer blue animals than any other color, and this guy is maybe the most striking blue color of any animal in the world. Now, isn't it crazy that Vantara has about 150 of these hyacinth macaws that they've rescued, and yet these birds can be anything from $5,000 to $50,000 in the United States based on their plumage, based on their background and everything else. And just look as I walk down the line here. We've got blue and white, gray and red, black, powder gray, brilliant blue, yellow, white, pink, you name it. There's every color of the rainbow with the cockatoos here, and that's why people get them. These birds are so magnificently beautiful and yet they make terrible pets. So people get them, they think they want them as a beautiful, iconic creature in their house. They realize that they're noisy, they poop a ton, they have stress issues, they require a specialized diet, they require tons of space. You right? And then they end up not wanting them anymore, and Vantara steps in and rescues this unbelievable array of magnificent birds. And this is not even 0.001% of the birds that they've rescued here at Vantara. So let's go see some more, right?
My God,
I'm
man.
headed to another mega aviary, and along the way, I'm seeing quite possibly the ugliest, and then the most stunning birds we'll see on this tour.
Look at this crazy marabou stork. Now, the ancient Egyptians called them the death bringers because they were so ugly, it was said that they would bring death. So you see that big pouch that they have in front of them, similar to an elephant's ears. They use that for thermal regulation. So there's a certain anatomy of the human body that does something very similar, where the hotter you get, the longer it gets, and the further away from your body it gets. And the colder it gets, the more it shrinks. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you probably should, but they have something very similar under their neck that they use for that temperature regulation. And on the back of the marabou, you see that weird fleshy red ball there. Now, like a peacock's tail feathers, this is used for sexual selection. The male birds will actually display this to the females to say, come and breed with me. And like vultures, they have a naked neck and a naked head for eating carrion and dead things, because if they're eating all those gross dead things, it can stick to their feathers and it can obviously rot. Now, I've got some very cheeky crowned cranes around here that are trying to attack me. So we're feeding them mealworms right now. Let's see if that hurts. Ow, it sure does. Ow, don't do that. But look at how beautiful the crowned crane is. They have this amazing set of feathers off their back. It's a very interesting, crazy dynamic. But it makes sense, right? If you're a bird that lives on the ground in Africa with all of the various predators, you have to be a badass. And simply put, with a lot of these birds, it's more about the size of the fight in the dog than the dog in the fight, and nothing is more true than with these very aggressive birds that I feel like are gonna attack me here any minute. But how cool is this? It's the closest I've ever been to a marabou stork. Really is one of the most weird and ugly birds on the planet with a nutsack on its chest. So
before I check out the
that is
aviary,
huge.
I stopped by one more bird, an unexpectedly elegant one, the king vulture.
And you can see where they get that name. I mean, they have this unbelievable beauty, unlike any other vulture species in the world.
My
so you know what's
God.
really cool is, in South America where these guys live, first a kill is made, maybe by a puma or a jaguar or something like that. Then in comes the Andean condor. The Andean condor is big and powerful, and it's able to rip open the stomach lining of whatever the dead animal is and begin the process of decomposition. Now, in the middle rung, after the Andean condor has had his fill, in comes these guys, the king vulture. They're a mid-sized vulture that doesn't have the strength and power that an Andean condor does, but is not so low down on the totem pole that they come in third. So they're kind of in the middle of all the vultures there, and they are by far the most beautiful, with their crazy small feathered heads, their red and yellow coloration, that big wattle, their white wings, and then below them are those voracious little black vultures. Now, king vultures, like many vultures around the world, have had tons of problems with DDT, making egg softness,
Look at that
poisoning.
face.
Just the list goes on and on with the problems that vultures are facing, which is especially crazy if you consider the fact that vultures are nature's cleanup crew. Without them, we would have dead, rotting things all over the place. Please don't bite me. And that would create all kinds of problems. You're very rude, you know that, buddy? And even though these guys are the most beautiful, most colorful vulture species on planet Earth, they still end up in terrible, weird situations. And all his friends are sitting up there watching us, but it's just amazing to know that these birds do have a safe haven here at Vantara, where no matter what happens in the wild, there will always be an insurance colony.
And the next insurance colony I get to visit isn't just one species. It's for an entire continent of birds, all in one gigantic aviary.
Just look at the size of this habitat. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, wow, Vantara did such a good job on their one and only big cage. This is one of over 2,500 cages of this size and scale. And in this cage alone are 700 birds. Now, look as you walk around. It simulates an Australian outback. There are all these perches, there's food everywhere, there's bushes, there's trees, there's ground birds, there's flying birds. I mean, it's just a magnificent
2,500.
That's what is so fascinating. I don't even know what this is, by the way. Look how beautiful that guy is. Never even seen one of those before. But that's what's so incredible about Vantara, is they do everything at such a large scale with nothing in mind but the well-being of the animals. And that's what makes things like this so spectacular.
Through world-class care and groundbreaking conservation, Vantara isn't just protecting animals. They're rewriting what's possible for species on the edge. So if you want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe.
Amazing. Oh, man. Oh my God, the mind boggles. They have 2,500 of those. The mind boggles. Can you all see the calculations? The mind boggles. What is this operation? It is, I mean, to literally create the biggest such project in the world as your, what can we call it? As your hobby? No, we can't call it Anant's hobby. We can call it Anant's side project, or just his like little personal indulgence. And it's literally the biggest conservation center in the world. I cannot with the scale of this. And what are these birds? Oh my God. Half of them don't even look like they're from planet Earth, right? They look like, or from this like civilization, this era. Like so many of them look like they're from the dinosaur era. Those pelicans can carry 9 kilos, 9 kilos. And that, what was it? Cassowaries. I'm just looking at it. Oh my God. There's a picture on Google, by the way. Go look at it with the bird looking at you like this. Oh my God, very scary. So it says cassowaries are very wary of humans, but if provoked, they are capable of inflicting serious, even fatal injuries. My God. My God. Fatal injuries. They are known to attack both dogs and humans. They've been labeled the world's most dangerous bird, although in terms of recorded statistics, it pales in comparison to the common ostrich, which kills 2 to 3 humans per year in South Africa. Jeez, man. That's just, I mean, they probably would kill more if they had more human contact. I'm just saying. But jeez, man. Ye kya hai? How powerful is a cassowary? The shoebill, I think, is my favorite. Just because that bird looks so dinosaur era wala and so zen. It's just sitting there and it's like, you know, it's just zen, man. Love it. And also it looks so majestic. I don't know. By the way, I encountered emus. Okay, so when I created my vegan shoe brand, Juju, I was living and working in Delhi, and I decided to create that as my side hustle. And it was because I have big feet, so I would not get my shoe size anywhere, especially in jutis, which I love. I love the hand embroidery. I love the designs, and I was like, man, nobody ever has my size, right? So anyway, I decided to make my own brand, and उसमें मैंने decide मुझे पता लगा जब मैं गई कारीगरों से मिलने and all कि ये सिर्फ leather से बनती हैं, and they all only work with leather. So I was like, I don't buy or use leather. I don't want to, So I said I'll make a vegan version with my own like shoe designs and shapes, and I'll make sure there's no leather used. And then I said, if I'm creating a vegan shoe brand, then let me give back, right? Because I don't want to, it's not just for profit. I want to keep a percentage to give back. So I went and tied up with an animal shelter. So मैं वहाँ उनसे मिलने जब गई थी to do the brand collab, so a percentage of every sale would be donated to them. I was given a tour of that shelter, and they had emus there. They had emus, and I had never heard of emus. Honestly, I had not even heard of the species. But they were like, no, we have these emus, and unke eggs smuggle hote hain, because it's like a delicacy or something. And they also like their meat apparently. So whatever the scene was, they rescued these emus from a truck that was trying to smuggle them across the Haryana border or something. So they had an enclosure where the emus were kept. There were like 3 or 4 of them, and there's always one that's like the leader of the pack. So they were like, just be a little careful and come in with the guy who handles them, and stay very close to him, because they will come and attack someone if they don't know them and they're unfamiliar. It was very scary, let me tell you. Just having an emu, which is, by the way, I'm 5'10", and the emu was my height. Like uska face yahan tha. If that bird pokes at your eye, no. So anyway, it came quite close to me, the big one, and I remember feeling very like I was in awe of them and their size and how they look. But damn, son, if you ever meet one, you will be scared. Like they're not to be trifled with. They're serious birds in that sense. So anyway, coming back, this was freaking amazing. I cannot with this man's intent and vision, and all these people. Just look at all the guys taking care of the respective species. They all seem bonded with the bird and the animal, and it feels like there's a human and animal love like भरपूर पंतारा के अंदर. हर एक जो वहाँ केयरटेकर है, जो लैब्स में काम करते हैं, जो ऑन द फील्ड होते हैं, जो उनकी पूरी दिन का स्केड्यूल उनको फॉलो कराते हैं, काइंड ऑफ लाइक the keepers of those animals, they all seem like such lovely souls, है ना? Like full of motherly love and affection and care for their animal that they are with. So sweet, just too sweet. I wonder if he has a gaushala also. Probably does. I mean, anyway, I'm loving these videos. Guys, if you have had an encounter with any of these birds, please tell. I would love to hear. Tell me in the comments. I just told you my emu encounter. It was not, I won't say it was like unpleasant, but it was definitely a little scary to be in their midst. Genuinely, I'm telling you. they're very territorial. And I had birds when I was a young girl, because we had to beg our parents, my sister and I, to get a dog. Then they were like, no, we're not getting a dog. But they were like, fine, we'll get you some birds. So we had birds, we had budgies, and we never kept them in the cage. They were always flying around our house. We used to make sure our windows and all are closed, but they were very sweet, and they used to come and like sit on us, and just like if I'm sleeping, then so we had our own this thing. Then we eventually at some point set them free, as in we just let them go. This is before we got dogs. But birds are very genuinely very loving creatures when you've bonded with them. So this was lovely, though. It opened my eyes. So many species you and I would have never ever seen. And what I love is that they recreate their natural environment. 2,500 of those artificial rain, uske liye bana. I cannot. Okay, just tell me, please, what encounters you have had with birds in your life. I would love to know, honestly. And tell me what other videos of Vantara I should get to. If you can leave the link below, that would be amazing as well. And please do help me hit 200K this year on my channel. Hit the subscribe button if you like the videos. Really, really means a lot to me. It's my goal. It's my goal. So please do that and take care of yourselves. Live long and prosper.